Welcome back into the den. I'm Tobin, here for episode 2 of Shaving Myths and Legends. If you haven't already seen episode 1, that was the Mula and Edwin Jagger video. I do want to invite you to watch that before watching this one. That will give you some context of what this series is about. And then also I want to invite you to watch my 28 days submerged video. I literally had a brand new tub of CK6 submerged in water for 28 days, trying to destroy the fragrance and trying to destroy the overall health, if you will, of the soap, the latherability of it, the slickness, the glide, right? All the things to see if I could hurt the performance by submerging it. Also, I want to invite you to, if you haven't already watched, check out my Do You Scoop video. I made that about a year ago. Those 3 videos will give you insight into what has led me to this video here, Shaving Myths and Legends, episode 2, Blooming. See you in a minute, Mr. Wahoo. That's Chief Wahoo, Cleveland Indians. That's the hat my wife helped me make. What do you guys think of that? We were going for kind of a cowboy hat, ended more of a safari, a pith hat. I like to have fun with my videos, and that's kind of what I want to do with this series. This series is just in fun. That's why I'm wearing the tinfoil hat. So this is just my experience and what I have come to. With this series, I want to go to the horse's mouth. So the source, if there's a company or a person that we can talk to, snort, I want to do that. And when possible, I want to apply science and see what we can come up with. So that's exactly what I've done. 5 years ago, I started an experiment. And if you watch those other videos, you'll get more context as to the how, when, where, what, why. How, when, what, where, why. Yes, sir. That's right. Right? Yes, that's right. So if you watch those videos, you know what got us here, right? So 5 years ago, I started this journey. A little over 5 years ago. 3 years ago, this summer, it's August 2024, sometime during the summer of 2021, I made the commitment to scoop and scoop only. I did that for a few reasons. One, there's always been this belief in the hobby that blooming is bad for soap, and I was always on the fence with it. And one of the reasons why I was on the fence with it is because artisans like Douglas Smythe of Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements said that it wouldn't hurt it. And in fact, Douglas was one of the people who really made blooming a thing, and he has always said that no, it won't hurt it. But at the same time, I was always on the fence, and you read in forums, you talk to other guys in the community, and everybody had their theories, and I had mine. Well, I decided to, long story short, put that into practice. So what I started doing was scooping with one tub and bowl loading with the other. What do I mean for those who don't know? Scooping is exactly that. You take an instrument like a guitar pick or whatever you might have, a butter knife, and you scoop out soap and you put that into a bowl and you lather it with your brush. Tub loading, on the other hand, is when you take a brush, you put it straight into the tub and you load it. Blooming is when you add water to the soap prior to the brush. So you pull it out, you put water on top, you let it sit for 5 to 20 minutes, depending on how long. I would always do it for a minimum of 5. During this scientific experiment, I was always doing it for 5 to 10 minutes. I would just do my normal routine and then load it. As you can see, we now have the circle of death, is what it's known as. It's when you can see the bottom of the tub. So we've gotten down to the very bottom of this. Right up here, I also have done nothing but tub load that one. This is a scoop that Matthew Lawrence sent me. My both, so I even have a tub where I've been doing both scooping and bowl loading. At the end of this video, there will be a clip from, I think it was June 28th, when I wrapped up the experiment, and June 28th, is that right? When I wrapped up the experiment and I lathered all 6 of these. That sounds right. Maybe it was all 5. Anyways, so through my 28 days of submerging, this brand new puck of CK6 And through my 5.5 years experimenting, does blooming hurt your soap? No, in fact, it does not. I was absolutely wrong, and I've known this for a while, that it probably wasn't going to change. I've actually reached out to 5 different artisans. So the scientific method I've applied. I've also reached out to 5 different artisans. A year ago when I did the Do You Scoop video, I reached out to Cody at Noble Otter, I reached out to Sean at McDuff's, and I reached out to Bill at Murphy McNeil and asked them if they scoop or if they tub load. And we had a conversation from there. Most recently, I have talked at length with Pete Hendricks at Hendricks Classics & Co. and Douglas Smythe. All 5 of them agree that tub loading, blooming does not hurt your soap. It just doesn't work that way. That essentially the temperature doesn't get hot enough that when they add the fragrance, the soap is at around 200 degrees. And that just scientifically, that's not how it works. So, does blooming hurt your soap? No, it does not. In my 5.5 years, my 28-day Submerged, with all of it, and having my wife and Emily participate in the experiment with me, the scent strength stays the same. And here's the kicker. Here's the weird part. The part that really blows my mind. If anything, the bloomed soaps have more fragrance than the scooped soaps. Don't ask me why, but these 2 tubs that we have only tub loaded bloomed seem to have a slightly stronger fragrance. And other than this thing, when I first finished the 28 days, it was holding like almost 3 ounces of water. It weighed 8.4 ounces. This tub weighs empty, the plastic, it weighs about 1 ounce. You get a little over 4 ounces with a brand new tub because they always do a little extra on the pour to make up for the shrinkage, because it will, lose some water weight from the time that it's made to the time that you use it. So most artisans always, give you more than 4 ounces when they freshly pour it. So, but for argument's sake, let's just say it was, 4.5 ounces when I added the water to it. And then, it was 8.4 ounces in the tub. It depends on how you look at it, but we went from either 2 ounces of water weight to adding 3 ounces of water weight, because it weighed 8.4 ounces with the lid off. I mean, it just swelled up like a balloon. And then now it has just shrunk back down and it lathers like a beast. I've lathered it a few times since this clip that you're about to see. So with that, I want to thank you for joining me. If you got, any thoughts, theories, methods, let me know. I will tell you this. I still will more than likely always scoop, and there's a few reasons why. The biggest reason why I scoop, I enjoy it. I really do. But secondly, and just as importantly, if not more importantly, I have an ever-growing collection of soap and aftershave. And one day I'm going to leave this world, and when I do, my wife and daughter are going to be stuck with all this soap and splash. We have already devised a plan and talked it through, the ways for them to best get rid of it and who to contact. And I've given them multiple sources of contacting, and ideas of who to reach out to best get rid of all these. So that will help them sell off my soaps one day. And also in the now, right, while I'm still here enjoying the little big things every single day, it does make it a whole lot easier to sell a soap on a buy trade sell, or to even give it away. I mean, would you rather me give you this, or would you rather me send you this? I mean, when it comes to me buying buy trade sell, I always look for stuff that's scooped because it just looks better. It's cleaner. There's a lot of reasons to scoop, and I really don't think there's any real reasons to bloom. You know, people talk about, you know, you bloom because it helps bring up the fragrances and stuff like that. With the soaps I use, I have no problem getting a fragrance out of them. And if you're using warm water and agitating it in a bowl with your brush, I found that the fragrance always comes to life. And then I use a matching aftershave. And so, you know, once you apply the aftershave, the soap is kind of an afterthought at that point, because it's all about the aftershave or the balm, whatever you're using. So I will continue to scoop. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. You know, some people say that tub loading is easier. I'm not a traditional wet shaver because it's easier. If I wanted an easy shave, I'd grab a Barbasol and I'd grab myself the Gillette Mach 20 400 blade, whatever the latest cartridge razor is, and that's how I would shave. Or if I wanted easy, I just wouldn't shave at all and I would grow a beard. So tub loading because it's easy, that just doesn't make any sense to me, because again, I'm not a traditional wet shaver because it's easy. I do it because I enjoy it. And at the end of the day, it's like I always say, your shave your way, right? Chris said that. But for me, as long as you enjoy the shave, you're doing it right. And so as long as I enjoy it, that's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm a scooper, baby, and I'm a schnerd. God help me. My wife loves me. It's the little big things. So you guys take care. Stick around for that clip. And I'll see you real soon from the den, and we'll do some things. Take care. The scooped, like 2018 tub. Tub load 2018 tub. The 2019 Friday the 13th tub load. And then the CK6 experiment tub that Douglas sent to me. The wife just left the bathroom, and she agrees that all of the scents are extremely comparable in scent strength, that one way is not any better than the other.